Okay. Yeah, this had to be in the show. So hello, we're doing a
Hello.
Dorks Just Chatting episode. We were gonna do another episode. You'll find out why we're not doing that episode in a bit. But Dirk just brought up something out of nowhere that caught me off guard. So Dirk, tell us again what the setup for this again.
So we were talking about music and everything, and I had mentioned that I had recently introduced my daughter to a band called Within Temptation, and
And
I loved. Mike was like, "Oh yeah," which makes me very happy that I'm not the only person that actually listens to that stuff. So, um, but I had mentioned, but she is really like into listening to it. She's got two favorite songs. She had one for the longest time because she had listened to it before, but I put it back on or something, and she's gotten back into listening to more of it.
Mhm.
Um, Angels is her was her favorite song, but Shot in the Dark is her favorite one right now to listen to in the car.
so is that any relation to the Aussie Shot in the Dark?
No, it sounds totally different.
See,
Okay.
you say that, and what comes to mind to me is "Shot Through the Heart,"
Oh my god.
and
So
you're to blame.
I because I'd never heard of this band. Yeah, last in the chat just said the band name Within Temptation sounds like an early 2000s Christian metalcore band. And that's what I was afraid of. I thought it was some sort of non-secular crap.
Well,
And so I looked
like
it up.
Living Sacrifice or Demon Hunter or one of those guys.
Yeah,
Hmm.
although I have heard some Living Sacrifice. They're kind of scary.
Yes, they are.
But like I pulled it up and the first line on the Wikipedia page here is Within Temptation is a Dutch symphonic metal band founded in April 96. And I went, "Oh,
Oh, they go back longer than I thought.
I don't know why, but for some reason a Dutch symphonic metal band does not come to mind when I think of stuff Dirk listens to."
I've branched out quite a bit in my older years. I because there was
Are you saying you're a punk rock connoisseur?
Nightwish. Nightwish was another one that was one that Leighton really liked listening to for a little bit.
What?
So I remember hearing Dirk talking about Nightwish a long time ago.
Yeah. What was the other one? Uh, V&V Nation was one I was really into back in college. I got introduced to that one, and that one was a lot. That one was pretty awesome.
All right.
So I've discovered that I'm more of a heavy metal, like classic rock, heavy metal. Though my original was oldies and country
Hmm.
music, and
Thank God you
then
grew up,
got
Dirk.
introduced to classic rock in high school, and have sort of branched out from there.
I'm so glad that you grew up, Dirk. Uh, yeah, I never really cared much for music. Like when I was younger, like mom
Hmm.
always has music playing in the car. Like, and back in the day it was Magic 99.5, which
Oh yeah.
was it's like a soft rock slat, not oldies exactly, but it's like a soft rock
Mm.
80s and 90s
Yeah.
station back then. Uh
See,
and
I grew
so
up on the
like
oldies. 93 was the one we always listened to.
that was the other one that mom had ready to go on programmed on her dashboard, but usually it was Magic. And so like I'm a huge fan of like Hall and Oates and
Hmm.
stuff
Yeah.
like that because I grew up listening to it. But you know,
Yeah. That's fun.
in high school, a buddy of mine that I well he's not a buddy anymore, but like we he sort of turned into one of those like insufferable I'm better than you because I love Jesus people. I don't know when that happened, but I think it was always there and just became aware of it.
It bubbled to the surface later on.
It did, yeah. Sometime while I was in college, becoming, I don't know, more open-minded, he went to do whatever he did and became less. But like this is the same person. His name was Jeremy, who introduced me to Living Sacrifice. Oddly enough, and what was there was another one of his crappy Christian metal bands that actually like the Blind Side. Is that it?
Oh, Blindside. Yeah, they were good too.
Yeah, they actually were pretty good. Like for the longest time, I had 3 of their songs that I really liked that I ripped from like one of his discs. Back when we could rip music from CDs. I don't even have a CD drive in this computer, but
I had to buy a CD drive for this computer because I was getting Discovery from DAs on discs. Now it's all done digitally, but like
that's pretty funny.
6 or 7 years ago, up until 6 or 7 years ago, especially since 2020, it's been through a service called Axon, which is the digital service. So, but I've got one in case I need it. I've got that drive.
Nice. I might have to borrow that sometime. But like he also introduced me to, before he went in like neck deep into weird Christian music, the Bloodhound Gang. Back before anybody had heard of them. Like, this was before the Bad Touch. This was like sophomore year of high school.
Oh.
So when like Fire Water Burn was their big hit.
Mm-hmm.
And Korn.
Really?
Yeah. He introduced me to the Bloodhound Gang and Korn, and then later to his weird Christian music that was they tried so hard. I'll give them that. And yeah, it's a very strange story. But yeah, he actually helped point me in the direction of music to listen to back in the day. Now I get the feeling he's one of those people who would decry it as the devil's music and swear up and down he never listened to it. But some people grow up, some people don't.
Yes.
But I was just saying I had just a piece of a Jay-Z song stuck in my head, and I need to listen to the Black Album again, I guess. I guess that's what that means.
I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm probably not going to say that just in case anybody misinterprets. Anyway, so hello. I had a thought actually after the last episode. I don't think that at any point in June on the show that I said Happy Pride. Not for any reason. I just, by the time we would get started on the show, it would slip my mind that it was June, and I was more interested in wrangling these dorks into actually getting on topic. So apologies for that. Here on the Manapool, I have decided that we are going to extend Pride in all the way to September, because
awesome.
Damn the man.
Who cares?
Yeah, so
Why
happy
not?
extended Pride, everybody.
I fully support this.
I mean, it was pointed out to me that the rainbow version of the logo has been up for like 2 years straight now. And I said, the first time I did that, it was on purpose, where I didn't take it down on, July 1st and left it up for, I think, like a year and a half. And then I replaced it with the white one everywhere.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And then I put it up for the next Pride and then just forgot about it. Like, so it wasn't intentional, but it wasn't not intentional. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We
so
have pride here all the time.
yeah, I mean, I don't especially have any pride, but that's with a lowercase p. But anyway, so this is this is a pivot. We decided we had a topic in mind. I'd already drilled the Discord about it, and they didn't get it. I love you, Pooligans, but I was like, so here's what we're gonna talk about, and I immediately got like multiple comments that were not that at all, and I was like, okay, hang on, I didn't explain this very well. I explained it again.
It sounds like they got kind of distracted by one little facet of it.
I think so, yeah.
Which I could see happening. So
then
I don't know how much of that is on us and how much of that is on them.
Well, I explained it more clearly, and then got more comments that also weren't it, and I'm like, I asked, and I realized that I had teenagers that I could ask about this. So the episode was going to be about, I don't know why I'm being coy about this. The episode was going to be about evaluating old media, old movies, TV shows, video games, whatever, in modern times. And we'll get into more detail when we actually do that episode. But yeah,
because we are going to get to that episode.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Especially now that I've done research about it. And I realized this morning, I was like, I've got teenagers on tap. Because I'm in a group chat with both of the groups that I took to care with. So I said, hey, y'all are young, help me out. And they understood the assignment immediately. And I got just belted with stuff from both group chats.
Awesome.
And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Because teenagers, for those of you that haven't spoken to a teenager lately, lucky you, but also teenagers are very opinionated and also know everything.
Oh, I remember those days. It was nice.
Yeah. Well, in your case, what exactly changed, Mike? Because you're still opinionated. I'm pretty sure you know more now than you did then. So yeah.
But back then I was certain of it all.
Oh, there's the difference. But anyway,
for a second, it sounded like you were asking why he wasn't a teenager anymore. And
yeah,
I'm
Mike,
like,
why aren't you a teenager anymore?
I don't know that you can really ask that question. But...
Just kind of happens, you know. Decades come and go, and here we are.
I don't know. After hanging out with groups of teenagers, going to Carowinds twice this summer, I feel like I have more in common with them than I do some of you. Which is more a commentary on the sad state of my life than it is anything else. But anyway, so we did a last minute pivot. Now I don't know how much Brian wants to say.
I mean, I'm happy to, tell you a tale, which is completely true. That I realize telling a tale makes it sound like I'm making it up. So, and I will also not take forever to do this, but just so you have a sense of it. So
we'll believe that when it's over.
Those that have not met me, and if you haven't seen the graphic of us, which you're probably looking at some version of it right now, I have glasses. I found it fascinating.
Oh my god, your
time.
dork has an eye thing.
Oh wow!
I've never thought about that.
I forgot about that.
I had that thought.
Which eye?
Oh my god, sorry.
No,
okay,
I had that thought as soon as somebody made a comment about that for reasons that we'll get into. So, have glasses. I have been nearsighted for a long time. I got glasses while I was in middle school. Yes, I don't know I'm saying it like that. Just, yes, in middle school. and I probably could have used them sooner, but that's when, my mom and I were at a play and there was a banner on the wall, and I was like, "What does that say?" And she's like, "Wait, what do you mean you can't read the sign that clearly is there saying the thing?" And I'm like, "Because I can't read it." So anyway, generally that's been my only problem. And on overall, compared to so many people, I have been blessed with not having much in the way of health concerns. In case you can't tell where this story's going, but I am going to live through this almost certainly. I will.
Despite my best efforts. I mean, what? No, it was Mike I was threatening earlier. Never mind.
That's right.
Chat says it's the sign's fault, not your eyes. Yeah, how dare that sign be out of focus?
It's true. I should totally speak to the manager. But anyway, sorry, getting off topic. Like I'd never do that. Um, so if you've never heard of it, there's a thing called a floater, which is when, a little image shows up in front of your eye. And by image, I don't mean like, a cartoon, although I guess that is possible. That would be weird. Um, but, a little silhouette more or less. I have not. I have had them occasionally, but I've spoken to my optometrist, and unless it was like a constant thing, I didn't really have to worry about it. So yesterday, I'm going about my business, doing stuff and things. Went out driving with Sam for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, there's a floater. Okay, it's not going away. Okay, it's actually not like completely obstructing my vision, but it is more than just a passing, like, oh, it's just a little circle or something. And by the time Carrie and I were watching TV, I kept like holding my eye, and she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Well, I think I've got this thing, and I'm trying not to blow it out of proportion." She's like, "You might want to get that checked out." And I'm like, "Well," and I go online and I do the one thing you shouldn't do, which I don't even
WebMD.
Okay, I didn't do that, but I did Google, and like every response was like, "Oh yeah, your eye's gonna fall out," all
Wanna
this.
die.
You have
But there,
pregnant HIV cancer of the eye.
but there was a decent amount from real human beings that seemed to be like, "Yeah, you should get this checked out like right away." And I also remembered there's another attorney I work with, and I'm not going to give her name just for privacy concerns, but she had to. Well, I know probably nobody would know her, but um,
No, it's more that you decided to point that out. In the odds and ends that I posted today, I actually deleted you just giving full name and rank of other attorneys. And I was like, why would he say their full ass name? And
here's
where
their address, here's their bar number.
I was
Uh,
like, Brian, what am I? And I actually had to go back and find it and delete that. So that's why I find that
appreciate-
funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to be more conscientious about it. But she had some condition last year, and she had told it to me, but it was one of those things where I didn't memorize like exactly what she went through, but I knew it was something to do with her eye, and she
You weren't
ended up.
listening, so you didn't care. Yeah.
Well, we were discussing about a whole. She had a big trial last year. We discussed a whole lot of things. She and I talk probably a couple times a week, and I remember that she was out of court for a while, like over a month, if not a couple months. And then when I saw her, she was having to, still uh, wear specialty glasses and all sorts of stuff. And she's okay now. But so I went down the rabbit hole and I was able to check off a couple things. I was not, and this is for anybody maybe that's wondering, should I get it checked out or not? So it was like there was almost a thin curtain over that eye, which is one of the things to watch out for if it's not just like one little thing. I saw a hairline sort of thing, but then like a million itty bitty little ones to the point that it was kind of hard to see out of that eye. It was only in the right eye. I did not see any flashes, which that's one of the warning signs is like if this is happening, like seek help same day. And so again, I was still like it's 7 o'clock at night, and I don't want to go to the ER. No disrespect to the ER, but will they have anyone that can help me? Am I blowing this out of proportion? So we talked about it. I agreed to go to bed, go to sleep, see if I felt okay in the morning. Woke up in the morning, felt all right, but it's dark. I was in the shower and I could see, okay, it's kind of still there, but maybe it feels like it's a little better. I, especially when I was younger, 20s, early 30s, I didn't have a regular doctor because, as I said before, I've been generally blessed with pretty. I've got great genes. I don't smoke. I barely drink, like once every 6 months. Need to finish off that mead that's been in the fridge for like a year and a half. It's great. I don't engage in a lot of high risk behavior and fortunate genes. So, but I have been trying to come around with the whole, hey, dummy, you're over 40. If something hurts, maybe don't just play it off. So I was trying to figure out this morning, am I justifying it or not? I'm like, I've got to go to court. I have this person's in jail, and this person's set for trial, and this person's on for a review, a deferred program, and I felt like I had to go. But when the optometrist appointment office opened at 8, I called. I spoke to a lady at the front desk, and I'm kind of describing it. And when she's going through some of the symptoms, and then she's talking to a doctor, she's like, "Yeah, we'll get you in today." I'm like, "Great," and also thinking I didn't get the like, oh yeah, it'll go away on its own sort of message, or at least not to the point that they were comfortable with doing that. So had appointment today, was there for quite a while because first of all, they just I feel like every time I go, well, I love them. I'm probably waiting, even if I'm there early, I'm still waiting a good 20 minutes to go back. And then saw the tech. We ran through some tests, and I discovered that I actually could still see pretty well, even out of my right eye. When she put up the letters, I could see them, except for the dang whatever was in the way, which I know makes it sound well, like duh, Brian. That's why you're there. But she was testing to see is it something deeper, or
Yeah.
uh, but I was still able to see them. But the dang things, I also found out that they were still kind of moving around, and I was like, is it cheating if I wait until it moves out of the way? And she's like, kinda. And I'm like, what if I took my head down so I could actually see that road? She's like, no, you have to stare straight ahead. I'm like, darn it, because I wanted to pass the test. But she dilated my eyes. A doctor came in about a little over 10 minutes later, and I was like, oh, that was fast. And he's like, well, I think it's been set long enough. And he starts looking in my eyes. He's like, yeah, no, we have to dilate again. So I got another couple drops, and he was out for about 15 minutes to make sure they were set. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is good. I'm going to skip to when I got home with Carrie. And she's like, are you still dilated? I took off my glasses, and she's like, holy cow. So, yes, the double dilation did work.
One
But
eye looks like Puss in Boots from the Shrek movies.
both, probably. I did not. Sometimes I'll look in the mirror when I'm dilated, but, I got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now. Uh, I will also tell anybody that doesn't really know this about me, and I think this is not unique to me, but I have a serious problem with anything trying to go in my eye. Call it a survival reflex or what. But so I told you I got glasses in middle school. My mom was like, "Hey, let's try contacts." It took the guy at the store like an hour to get them in. And then I walked around all day, like, yeah, this is okay, but it really feels uncomfortable. And then mom took him out at night because I couldn't get him out myself, and that took a while. And she's like, "You'll do better tomorrow." There was no tomorrow. There, not for the contacts.
There
Uh,
is no
so eh,
tomorrow.
so every time I go, I always apologize to the techs, and they're like, and I've honestly gotten better as I've gotten older when they have to like grab my eyelid because my eyelid sits just a little bit on the top of my eyeball. So I have to like force it back a little. I've gotten better about that, but it's still not super comfortable. So the doctor was being real gentle with me, but he's holding this right eye open and having me look in different directions while shining an eye into it, and I'm trying to remember to breathe. Oh, it was a lot. The diagnosis is that it is not a retinal detachment, which is the thing you really have to worry about, and what I am fairly certain my colleague had last year. It does look like there's evidence. What he saw was there was blood behind the eye, and as soon as he saw that, and I'm looking through that eye, I'm like, what I thought was like just like a hairline, I can see almost, and maybe it's from like him moving my eye like 5 ways from Sunday, but it looked like little, like a Rorschach test, except very small, not to that extent. But it looked like little swirls. I'm like, I think I get that. And I'm like, is that a bad thing? He's like, it's not a good thing. Um, and so it could be a tear because there are blood vessels behind your eye because there are blood vessels all over your body. It may mean there's a bigger
What?
problem. It may not. And the biggest thing is they don't want to leave it alone and then something happens like a detachment. So I have an appointment with a retinal specialist tomorrow. He's going to try and see if I could go in today, but at this point it was after 4 o'clock. And so I have an appointment tomorrow at 9:30. Dad is going to take me because it was advised that I not drive myself just in case.
Yeah.
And I have to fast in the morning because the doctor says there's a decent chance, not a foregone conclusion. He really said it's probably close to 50-50, but it's not his specialty, that I could be having surgery tomorrow. Which, but hey, if I need it, I need it. And the doctor, everybody was saying early detection is key. So I'm glad I didn't sleep on this. But the specialist review it, and there's a chance that this will literally solve itself, and I just have to deal with it. The best way I can describe it is when I close my left eye. I'm doing this right now. You can't see it, but if I close my right eye, left eye is fine. It's perfect. If anything, it feels sharper by contrast. Left eye, um, at the bottom and top, I'm probably okay, but toward the middle, it's like the best way I can describe it's like looking through frosted glass, if you can imagine that. So it would be annoying to deal with, but I can deal with it. Eye patch, anybody? Um, Someone suggested I might look kick-ass with an eye patch in court, and I agree. Maybe they didn't say kick-ass, but that's the word that I'm using. There's the other option is that their doctor's like, yep, we need to do this procedure, and if they need to knock me out, then it's better if I have fasted, which I have never been knocked out. I'm going into all sorts of stuff with this story, but I've never been knocked out. To the point that when I got my wisdom teeth out in college, I actually was awake for it because I had this weird thing about being put under. I was like, I didn't like that feeling of like losing control, or I assumed I didn't because I've never had it. Now that I'm older, and not to mention, see, Brian doesn't want people touchy eye. If I don't have to be awake for it, I think I might be okay with that.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah. But again, right now, the headspace I'm in, I have gone through like all of these different situations in my head. Got a trip coming up where I ideally would be the one driving because Carrie doesn't love to drive for 5+ hours. But will this mean I can't drive? I don't know. I have so many unanswered questions. I could go in tomorrow. The doctor did say that when he sends people to the specialist that he's known for quite a while now, he said if there's more blood than what he's seeing now, he would tell them, yes, you're probably going to have surgery. If there's less blood than what I'm showing, he would tell them almost certainly you're not having surgery. And mine is so in the middle that he's like, and he gave me a shrug. He's like, I could see it going, and this is why I'm seeing the specialist. So it could be something, it could be nothing. It does mean I'll have to get my eye poked and prodded a little bit more tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to that. But hey, got it. Moral of the story is you have to take care of your health because it's the only health that you got. And so a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. And um and I was fully prepared to go forward with the other topic, but when Chewy suggested, no, let's just chat, I'm like, oh, because yeah, just all the stuff. A lot. And again, there was a big part of me last night that was like, do I say anything to Carrie or do I just play it off? But then that would not have gotten me anywhere. And I think by now I feel better having talked to a doctor, having a specialist appointment tomorrow. If I was trying to keep this to myself, I think I would be throwing up, and or if not, I could be setting myself up for some major permanent damage.
Yeah.
So that's my story about how Brian took the topic and said, "Oh, let's have Brian meet new doctors and go through all this amazing stuff.
So a couple of questions.
Okay.
Well, one statement. When I said "what" from out in the living room, Renee went "yeah," and so now you know why I love her. Uh, did they have any idea what the hell caused all this?
I think that's something. They think the best chance of it was that it was just a tear in a blood vessel, which could happen for a number of reasons. They don't think it was due. Like, I haven't hit my head or anything, at least not more than usual. In all seriousness, I have not hit my head. As you get older, some things, your body just, I want to say, goes through changes. Like, Fuzzy Bunny developed hair where there was no hair before, but more just, wear and tear sort of stuff. And the way he said it is, there's the eye, and then there's the ocular. There's some fluid behind the eye, and then there's the blood vessels, and he was trying to again get me to look in different directions, and it's tough because I'm trying to be as compliant as possible, and yet still I'm like, ah. So he thought he definitely saw what could have been a tear in the lower right corner, and he wasn't sure about anywhere else, and he said they're gonna have to look in your eye tomorrow. I'm like, I get it, that's part of the job. But as far as, oh, this one thing happened to make this happen, I don't. They did not get that specific with me. They didn't say, oh, it was this old football injury or anything like that. And it's only in the one eye, which he double checked and did all the invasive stuff in the left eye. But luckily, because he didn't see anything, that didn't take nearly as long and wasn't quite as intense. Um, and so it's only in the one eye, which, if it's one eye or both, one is better than both. So yes. So as far as what has caused, he thinks it's a tear, and tear sounds terrible. Like, oh, you hear about something tearing, but this could be as small as like just a little pinprick or something. Dirk, I know Chewy might have other questions, but you said something when I was talking about my procedure for tomorrow. You said yes. Have you been through something like this before? I know you've had
Um,
surgery on your eyes, but that was like vision correction.
it was with regards to your comment about people touching, or like,
Okay.
yeah, something being touched in my eye, and I have never had contacts because the thought of sticking something into my eye um was kind of like, well, I mean, if you're gonna stick something, why not just, like a ice pick? Or, I mean, why
But you're
would
the
you
one that
touch my
actually
eye?
but you're the one that has actually had LASIK before.
I have, and that was a process, because that was a very involved uh, thing, and I had to put eye drops in, and that is probably the most I will ever do, putting something into my eye, other than if there's like a hair that I just cannot get out. I am willing to touch my eye to get a hair out of my
Mm,
eye, but to put a contact or something like that in, no,
yeah. Okay.
no.
Chewy, you might have had other questions.
No, that was
You
the
made it
main one.
sound
I
like it.
just like
Okay.
was I didn't know if it could be like stress related, or if you rubbed your eye too hard, or if Carrie had
Mm.
finally hit you in the
See,
head with a frying pan,
I'm
or
actually wondering about the rubbing thing because I have rubbed my eyes. I think everybody does. But yesterday, I woke up tired. I woke up kind of exhausted, and I was rubbing my eyes a lot. And when I woke up, I did not have any of this stuff going on. Now, I didn't really get into that with the doctor because I think he was a lot more focused on this is how it is versus this is what caused it. And we talked about the timeline and all that. It given this is something that is fairly common. Um, I don't know that we really explored that, but I'm wondering if that is it. That being said, I would hate to tell people, "Oh, don't rub your eye too much because you might pop something," if that really was unrelated. I have heard you don't want to rub your eye too much for a couple reasons. So maybe be careful with that, but I'm not qualified to really give out medical advice.
Fair enough.
This episode, in the title card, really needs to have like an evil eye of Ormsby gore or something. Or I'm sure you can find plenty of non-MTG eyes. They're everywhere. Most people come with two. Most people. But I'll keep you guys updated on how things go tomorrow. My appointment's at 9:30, and like I said, Dad's driving me, and there's every chance that by 10 I'm going home, or if I'm doing surgery, then later in the morning. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah, keep us informed.
The doctor did do a good job of like telling me like this is not the the worst case scenario sort of thing, especially because I wasn't seeing the flashes and he didn't see evidence of a detachment. That being said, it was pretty clear that they weren't like, yeah, come in next week or whenever you get around to it, So.
Buh. All right, then. Well, that was the big thing we were going to talk about. Now what?
I felt like I had something else, but that may have knocked it out of my head.
Aha! So you did get hit in the head. So for the last...
Metaphorically.
Hang on, I can tell you. I want to make sure I get the date right. Where would it be? C drive. Yeah, there we go. Put it there, and there, and then assets. Here we go. Since June 15th. Wow. So yeah, 3 weeks. I was playing on stream 30 game demos because that's when the Steam Next Fest started. And I finally finished playing 30 game demos and got them all pretty much ranked. And I was writing another article because I did that last time.
Mm-hmm.
And last time I did 22 demos. This time I did 30, and I played all of them, as much to completion as I could, and set to writing the article. And when it was all said and done, it was a brisk 10,700 words.
Is that all?
Yeah. So for each game, I did a brief what's the deal, and then why here on the list. I ended up having, so it's got 4 tiers. There's the not for me tier, the liked it enough to put on the wish list but not enough to like buy, unless it's going to be on sale. The liked it a lot and will probably pick it up at some point, but I don't, it's not on the gotta have it list, and then the gotta have it list. Because I think I had 6 at the top and 4 at the bottom, which means there were 20 in the middle tier. And I'm like, there's no meaning to be gleaned from that. Like, and I'm having a hard time figuring out how to rank, this PS1 walking simulator, PS1 graphics walking simulator horror game with this 3D platformer with this, I don't know, roguelike deck builder. I'm like, I can't compare these. There's too many of them, and I can't compare these to each other. But while I was arranging them in an order, I found a natural break point in like my attitude towards them. So I split the middle tier into two. And I think it's going to end up being a 2-part article just because like that's so much.
Yeah.
But the writing is done. I then slept on it. Woke up the next day, did an editing pass to fix up a bunch of just nonsense. Things like, because I was writing this piecemeal in no particular order, I would just, like, I had them all organized in, you know, where I wanted them on the page, and I would just pick one that I felt like writing about and write about it. So it was all written very slapdash. Like, I used the word awesome 3 times in one section once because those 3 sentences were all written like days apart. So and I sent it off to a couple people. One person got back to me and was like, here's a couple of changes, but otherwise it sounds really good. And I was like, okay. My other one's waiting to get back to me, and then I'll figure out. Well, I mean, I'm not going to figure out where to split it because there's 4 tiers, so I'll do 2 tiers and 2 tiers. And get that put up on Patreon. It'll be free again, or they'll be free again. But I really enjoy, like, it's a lot of work to play all these games, get my thoughts all straight, and then get them on paper, as it were, in a way that is, you know, clear and concise and makes sense to other people. But I really enjoy doing it. I can't wait for the next one already, which is in, I don't know. When is the next fest? I wrote it. Hang on, I wrote it at the beginning. February, June, and October. Okay, there we go. So the next one will be in October. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, or for those articles that I said once I hear back from my major editor, who will read it and send me just a big list of, what were you thinking here? I don't know what that means. I don't think you know what that means. What, are you stupid? You know, that sort of thing. She really made my first Next Fest Games article like better, because I was like, oh, that is dumb. What does that even mean? Because I can't see it anymore because I've spent 3 weeks writing the damn thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. As always, I have to, anybody who plays games on Steam, I have to highly recommend to check out the Next Fest and play some demos. Like, sure, there are a few, well, apparently more than a few, like, AI slop games that get thrown up there in the hopes of conning people out of money. But those are pretty easy to spot. And after a day or two of the Next Fest, you know, the algorithm takes over and all of the crap like that sinks to the bottom while the cream rises to the top.
I don't think you could have found a creepier way to have said that. And no, that is not a challenge. That is more of an admiration.
Well, you see, I was directly quoting Macho Man Randy Savage, the philosopher.
Yeah. It's from a classic Unhinged Macho Man promo.
Yeah, where he's got little, like, containers of creamer from, like, craft services, and he's using them in his, what's the word for that?
I just call them promos.
Promo, yeah, he's using that in his promo with Mean Gene. And he keeps talking about the cream. Including at one point he puts one on his head and starts talking, and it falls off, and he goes, "It doesn't matter. On balance, off balance, I'm still the best." Like, Macho Man was a special dude. Wait, is he still alive?
No. I think that was recent. That was a recent change too.
Macho Man. Oh no, he died in 2011. Oh,
really? Okay, not as recent as I thought.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was in like the last 5 or so years, but no.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Randy Mario Poffo? 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 Surely it's not Randy Poffo. Anyone know how to say Randy Savage's name? Let's close that. But yeah. Seriously though, you should be playing indie games more. And 2, you should be trying out the demos for stuff, because one of the games that's in my top gotta have it, I cannot wait for this game to release, is a game that it's so far out of my wheelhouse that I am surprised I liked it at all, much less put it in my top tier of gotta have this. Mm-hmm. Poffo. Really?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, Last was saying, he said Poffo.
Oh.
For how to pronounce
I thought you were saying the name
Savage's name.
I thought you were saying the name of the game, and I'm like, what?
Oh, no. I'm not going to tell you which game it is, because, go read the article, damn it. But...
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Don't buy the cow when the milk is something. Yep.
Yeah, why buy the cow when you get the sex for free?
Exactly.
Or whatever. I can tell Renee's not paying attention, because she has a stuffed cow that is sitting out there on the couch with her, and I'm sure he would have ended up thrown down the hallway here when I said that. Anyway. But yeah, a bunch of these games that I played were totally my jam and ended up appropriately placed, and others were like, this is not the sort of thing I would play. And then that's pretty cool. I played 4 first-person puzzle games.
Nice.
Like,
puzzle games are great until they make me feel dumb, and then I hate them forever, and I never want to play them ever again.
That is the definition of puzzle games. Yeah, one of them, I think I might have mentioned this in an Odds and Ends or at the end of a show recently or something, but it's called Dimhaven, and it made me feel stupid. Mike, I was talking to you about it on an Odds and Ends, so no one's heard it yet because I haven't posted that one yet. Okay. But you mentioned some old puzzle game where you'd missed a ladder.
Yes, that's right. It was in Myst. I had missed some ways to reset a circuit breaker that you could accidentally overload. So I was just like reloading my game when I overloaded the circuit breaker because I didn't know you could reset it.
Well, after that conversation on it was like a week later, but on the last day of my Next Fest streaming, I was gonna play the last one to get to 30. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give Dimhaven another shot. Because that one I got stuck because I knew what the game wanted me to do, I thought, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so I wandered around, and I was looking at a really cool, thing off in the distance. And I whipped out the camera and took a picture of it and was like, oh, yeah, that's actually really cool. And when I put the camera down, in the corner of my field of view, there was a button lit up. I was like, hey, what's that do? And it dropped a ladder. And I went, oh my God. And I climbed. It wasn't hidden at all. It was right there. It was obvious. I just missed it. And I said, okay, maybe this game isn't so bad. So I climbed up the ladder.
For ladder, push ladder button.
Exactly.
Duh.
And I climbed the ladder. I found, more stuff that allowed me to do more puzzling and get stuff out. And I continued on, and I got to a point where I had to make... Okay, so you land on this island that used to be a tourist trap. The only way to get there, apparently, is to parachute down from a plane, so that's a trip. But I get there and the place is deserted, and I have to puzzle my way through all of the bureaucracy to get through, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And also a bird stole my passport, and also the generator's out of gas. You know, puzzle game stuff.
Yep.
And so I get to this point where I have to insert my my Visa ticket that I got earlier and my passport application card. And my passport, and then sit for a photo. And I kept doing the photo, and it was like, nope. And it turns out there's a stool that you can turn that raises and lowers it, and you have to be at exactly the right level. And there's no way to tell. So I just went all the way to the top, took a picture, nope. Move it down one, took the picture, nope. Move it down one, took a picture, nope. Like, it was stupid, but it was easy, you know.
Yeah.
I said, okay. And then it goes, insert your Visa ticket. So I did. And it goes, insert your whatever card. And I'm like, I don't have that card. Oh, no. And I realize that I have to go make one. And so it's got 3 other examples of these cards, or these tickets, scattered throughout. One of them has, they've all got holes punched in the side. And one of them has 2 groups of 4 holes punched, circled. And it says 4 on both of them. And I went, oh no. And in some paper, in a drawer, you can find all of the application paperwork that went with these tickets that gives you a number. Yeah. And I realized it wants me to decode the number that these punched out holes on my ticket are trying to be. Like, it wants me to decode these hole punches into numbers, and then put that on this card, and then go put that in the machine. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. Because in order to do this, you can take a picture of stuff with your camera in the game and then hold it up to look at. So like, you can take a picture of a clue and then hold it up to look at so you can see it while you're doing the puzzle. That's cool.
Okay.
But you can only hold one picture at a time. So I would have had to take a picture of each of the tickets, and then go to the paperwork and then look at each one and try to decode stuff. Or I would have spent a whole lot of time with the camera looking at the top of my head while I write stuff down on a notepad. And neither of these things are mechanically comfortable to do. And I was like, this is more than I'm willing to put in. Like I got to the point where I know what it wants me to do. I just refuse to do it because I'm streaming here. No. So that game went back on the bottom tier. Because I should like to remind you, this is the demo.
Which the whole point in the demo is to try it.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did, because it's one that already released, and it's $25. And I don't have $25 to spend, and I don't feel bad about not having $25 to spend.
Nope, not on something you don't want. Again, demo.
Short so yeah, it's really well done, and I've seen it pop up in like other like YouTubers that I follow. Like Adam Millard specifically mentioned it at the end of one of his recent videos. He's like, I warn you though, it's hard as nails. And I was like, he's not kidding. So it's really well made, and if you're into that sort of brain teaser puzzle game, then, you know, check it out. But it made me want to hurt people. And there's enough things out there that make me want to hurt people in the world. So anyway, Dark, what you doing?
I have, so with the summers off, I've been doing a bunch of excursion trips, not like out of the state or anything, but taking the kids to places like Today we went to the Greensboro Science Center.
Oh, nice.
Saw that they are building a whole new area. It's going to be a tropical biome, like a
Do
bios.
they
Like,
do they
go ahead.
still have a tiger?
Yeah, we saw it.
Good. Great. Sorry, go ahead.
Did
New
it eat
biome.
any of your children?
Do what?
Did it eat any of your children?
No.
Okay. Did you think about feeding it any of your children?
No.
Oh, so it was a good day.
It was a good day. Yeah, we were there for about between 2.5 hours, and everything. And one of the things they liked is one of the temporary exhibits was a rainforest maze, where you learn about the like facts about the rainforest, and they've got little areas where you read some information, then you go into the maze and like, okay, left or right. You go this way if you think this is the right answer, and you go this way if you think this is the right answer, and it's just a little fun area to go and everything. But then when you go into the second exhibit hall, as part of that, that's where they have, hey, this is what we're building. This is the new area that we're building.
Nice.
And it looks like it's going to be really cool to go into. And we went outside and they're building it. So they've got the frame up of it, like the metal ribs of the building. Those are all up. They're just still building it. I would say it's probably about a year and a half out from being completed. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. We went to the Museum of Life and Science as well. Got to ride the train and got to do all the stuff there as well. Getting in my steps this summer. And then aside from that and everything, just been chilling with the kiddos. I was intending on going to the zoo, but with it being as ungraciously hot as it is,
oh man, just
I'm
for the
I'm
last
like, no.
week, we didn't do. I don't know about you guys. We didn't really do a whole lot on the 4th because
we didn't do anything on the 4th.
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening in a place where it is below 90 degrees, great, because we've had a couple days that have been over 100. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And because it's North Carolina, that means that it's humid in addition to it being 100 degrees. I think they were saying the actual temperature on one of the days was about 117.
Oh.
Chewy, how's it been doing the delivering in this heat?
So weirdly, okay, you remember that heat wave we had like in May where it got up to like 95?
Yes, because it was when I was in California and everybody was like,
oh yeah,
you guys missed it. And we were like, yeah, we did.
Yeah. So every day I would go out, every time I'd get out of the car during that heat wave, like I would just be miserable and want to die. I'm like, I would rather get thrown out of my apartment than have to go, like not be able to pay rent and get evicted than have to stand out here in this anymore. Like this is ridiculous. Like it was miserable. But I think, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but this is what I'm attributing it to. I think going to Carowinds and walking around and being hot and miserable for 2 days like inoculated me against the heat, because when it was, those 99, 100 days, I would get out and be like, oh, it's hot. Damn. And that would be it. Like, it wasn't like, ugh. And I really think that I don't know if it's a physical thing or a mental thing, but I think that that shocked my system into being used to it.
Be a little bit of both.
And so I've actually been handling it fine. It's when I get back to the apartment and I come inside and I'm like, oh, it's not as cool in here as I would like it, that I get miserable. But but weirdly, not that bad. Last said, humid my ass. That air is hot girl's ass dummy thick. Last, was it you who mentioned going to the zoo in North Carolina during a heat wave on a stream not long ago? I feel like it was, but I could also be misremembering because I don't remember things. I don't remember the things I say, much less the things other people say. But like, I was talking about the heat, and somebody, I think it was Last, mentioned that down here in NC sucks because he went to the zoo during a heat wave once and was like, no. And I was like, oh my God, I went to the North Carolina Zoo during a heat wave when it was like 100 with my old man once. It was you. Okay, good. To the point where that has just become a thing. If you talk about the heat where the old man can hear you, he will be like, you remember that time we went to the zoo? And then a couple days ago, I mentioned the heat, and he's like, yeah, but you remember that time we went to the zoo? And I started laughing. And he's like, what? It's like, I just talked about you mentioning this every time someone mentions the heat on stream like 2 days ago. He was like, well, it was miserable. It's like, it was like 99 in the shade. You open up a bottle of water and it just boils out. It was awful. Yeah, last went to the Ashborough Zoo 2 years ago. Buh. I mean, I went to the Ashborough Zoo 2 years ago, but not during a heat wave.
We used to have like annual passes, and we would go every year when we could. It was great for getting steps in, and Sam loved it. And then we were looking back, we're like, when's the last time we had it? And we had renewed it through 2019. And then we were like, yeah,
oh,
that sounds about right. So we've been doing other stuff since then. We've been doing a lot of traveling.
Excuse me. Plus, it's the zoo. Last said, I cannot wait to see the new Asian part they added. Is that done? Nobody tells me anything.
It is. It's essentially done. The problem was until they passed a budget that said, "Hey, you guys can now hire staff." They couldn't open it. So now that the budget has been passed, it should be open in maybe 3 to 6 months. Because they have to train the staff, like the new people who are going to be staff, to be in that section.
When Dirk says they didn't pass the budget, he means the idiot state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Which
we've had
did not
state
pass.
budget for 3 years.
Yeah, like it's been sad.
Because the way the state works is if the budget is not passed that year, then they just keep whatever the allotted amount was the previous year is just what becomes the status quo until they do. And that was 3 years ago, so nobody's gotten, like state-wise, the amount of money that's been needed for whatever has not changed.
Teachers, that zoos and other public services.
Yeah, anyone who has anything to do with the state has seen nothing. That is law enforcement, that's teachers, that's state employees in any way have had a pay increase.
Court-appointed counsel have not seen rates go up, and we have a very short list of attorneys like myself in our county that are willing to even take cases off the list because at a certain point, especially those with larger firms with more support staff, the amount they're getting paid per hour is not sufficient to, meet the monetary demands of paying the staff for that hour. So, no big deal. Only guilty people need attorneys, right? So, who cares about them? Yeah. I don't bring that up to be like, oh, poor pity me. My point is simply that this affects a wide range of people across a wide range of occupations. I have certainly seen the signs that are around that say, want better education? Pay the daggone teachers.
Yes, pay the teachers of Dagon, yes.
Yes. I think the sign says "dagum" with a U.
Dadgum.
Yeah, I think it's pay the dadgum teachers. Yeah.
Yep.
Because North Carolina is full of stupid people. Oh. I keep seeing things pop up. Okay, so I'm a member of 2 community Facebook groups, one for where I live and one for where the parents live.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, keep an eye on, what's that building going to be. So when the parents ask, hey, you know what they're building, whatever, I'll just go to the Facebook group and do a search. And someone has asked 16 times. Along with, anyone else hear that boom? I don't know why that's a running gag, but it's a running gag in both of the groups I'm in. I think people who spend too much time on Facebook might have problems. But anyway, I've seen a lot of things lately about like flock cameras popping up.
What is a flock camera? Because I have not heard this term.
So, you remember 1984?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Big Brother.
Yeah. Okay.
They're cameras who ostensibly are there to help police stop crime. But really what it does is they're like AI. They're jacked into an AI system and they like log cars and can recognize cars based on make, model, bumper stickers, dents, the tags, all of that. Essentially, it's more data to sell to data brokers is what it is. Because it's just police state surveillance. And I get so discouraged by seeing all of the idiots in the comments are like, well, I got nothing to hide, so they can whatever, they can watch me all they want. I'm like, that's not.
It's not even remotely the point, but.
Like, well, you got a cell phone. They're tracking that everywhere they go. Why don't you throw your cell phone away? Like, that's a thing I bought. Like, I consent. Like, there's already cameras everywhere. What does it matter if it's a slightly better camera? It's like a lot of people in here willing to trade their freedom for the illusion of security.
Always.
If it'll help the police keep crime down, exactly how does that help the police keep crime down?
Through mysterious shadow means that no one actually knows. The shadow might know, but nobody else does.
Yeah. Like, it's all just... a lot of people willingly giving up... willingly giving up, freedom to come and go without being under surveillance for zero gain. Because someone told them that it might punish some people that they don't like, maybe, at some point in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hate it here. But I'm too broke to move anywhere else. Oh, Last said, screw Flock. They've been caught spying on ex-girlfriends and on people while swimming. Screw them. Oh. Yeah, that tracks, actually. Yeah.
Gentlemen, this has been an excellent conversation. I appreciate you letting me go into detail more than I anticipated about what was going on. I will update everybody. I have been up for a number of hours that is not small, and I, again, appreciate you letting me vent for a little bit. I will keep everyone in the loop tomorrow about everything goes, but for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and say sayonara if it's not cultural appropriation to say so. And if it is, then I say... good night and good luck. So, but no, this is I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys as always, and yeah, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you later.
All right, night B.
Bye-bye.
Get some rest.
Brian.
I will get some rest.
Get Sam to make you up like a fancy eye patch if you need one. That'll be cool. He's already gone. Oh well.
Yep.
And that is why I decided we would do it just chatting tonight, rather than try to do the full episode, because I figured he would be
around.
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go at some point."
Yeah, he was just gonna be wore out from the day.
Yeah, it's been a stressful day. I guarantee you guys, if all of that had happened to me, we would not be doing a show. I'd be like, screw you guys and the listeners. I can't see out of one eye. I'm going to sit on the couch in the dark. You ever tried to play a 3D game with one eye? It's not cool. 2D games are hard enough to play with one eye. Oh, I don't know if you still listen to the show, but Cyclops, if you're still listening to this, no offense meant. It was a joke. There's I forget his name, but there's a dude whose Twitch handle is a wild Cyclops. Who
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, who only has one functioning eye, so he's always the one cracking jokes about it. So. I don't know if he still listens to the show, so I figured I'd head that off so I didn't get a later. Ow. Trying to think.
Well,
what?
One other thing.
What?
What? I have had the chance to play some video games and everything. And
oh yeah, I saw you playing something earlier on Steam, and I almost messaged you to be like, "Hey, what's that?" But I don't remember what it was.
All right, so let me go see what I. So to go in to see what my play history has been for a little bit. So Halo, I've been playing that. Actually, I've been playing that with Leighton, and he has been really enjoying it because. He got stuck on the third mission, and he didn't know what to do and everything. So I was like, "Well, we're gonna play together." So starting from with the first Halo, we're up to I think past that one. We're the one where they where you bump into the flood at the very first time. So we're doing that one, and then I don't know what gave me this wild hair, but I decided I was finally gonna sit down and play Resident Evil 2, the new one, like the remat or the
remake.
The remake. There we go. And I got to the police station, started doing stuff around, and then I realized that if this had been the version that had come out when I was, in like high school, going to college and everything, I never would have gotten into the series. Because I played Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I played a little bit of 5 and was like, meh. And Code Veronica.
Nice.
And as I'm playing the second one, I'm going down these, and because it's got flashlights, it is like I just realized that I'm just too old to be playing this creepy stuff because it just gets my heart rate up so much. I'm just so anticipating. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna end up dying. Like not like in the game, but like dying playing this game because of how anxiety driving this game has become. Because it's it is a great game. They did an amazing job in it. So amazing that I'm like, I don't know if I can actually play this game.
Have you? I've got your Steam profile open. I'm guessing from the total amount of time played, you haven't run into Mr. X yet.
I haven't even hit. I'm assuming there are liquors in this. I haven't even hit the first one of those. Like I'm still just dealing with regular zombies, regular slow zombies. Because I'm moving into the just going about and oh, I've got this thing. Turn around and there's a zombie coming into the room, and I'm going. Really?
Because I haven't played the remake yet, but I pay a lot of attention to gaming culture in general, and I know that once Mr. X shows up in the remake, he's a constant threat and will just randomly be like, surprise, just while you're trying to do this other thing, and you've got to like poop yourself and run away, try to draw him to a different place so you can get yourself back to where you were trying to do the thing in the first place.
I don't know how you do that because the doors, because that was the thing with the other games is, you go through a door and then you're in a hallway and you're in a new area and it's like, okay, the stuff that was behind me cannot come through the door. No. You can open doors and the doors just swing open. You can say, open this door, or you just walk through the door. So if Mr. X can just walk through doors, I mean, what are you going to do? He's gonna run you down.
Jesus Christ! Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Renee just walked up behind me to hand me cookies, and I did not see her until she'd reached across in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I love you too. Thank you for the cookies, and could you get me a
the heart attack?
But yeah, one of my favorite clips that I've seen from Resident Evil 2 is, luckily, from what I understand, Mr. X still can't follow you into a safe room. So someone, there was a Mr. X was outside the safe room, and they kept opening the door and going or something, and he like reached through and took a swipe at them, and I don't remember if he killed them or not, but he was like, you can't come in here and get me. Bam! Oh.
I can't come in, but I can still reach in. Oh.
And I watched
reach out and touch you.
I watched that clip so many times. It turns out, this is the thing I've realized, that for some reason, what comes out of my mouth when I get jump scared is Jesus Christ. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But in one of the Next Fest games I played, it's called Twirl. Well, it's called TWIRL. And it's the PS1 graphics walking simulator horror game that I was talking about before.
Okay.
And it jump scared me twice. The second time was a jump scare, like loud noise, sudden thing happened.
Yeah.
Jump scare, which that one was on me because it very clearly says not to do a thing, and I did a thing later. I was like, it can't be that bad, and then I got jump scared. So that's on me. But the first time it scared me, I was walking down the hall, because it's what it is. You're a little kid, and you get up in the middle of the night, and it's sort of, okay, for you gamers out there, it's sort of like PT, but not quite. It's not a never-ending loop of walking through a spooky house, but you wake up in the middle of the night, you go out of your bedroom, you go down the hall, and then you go do a thing, and then it ends, and then you wake up and it's the middle of the night on a different night, But I was walking down the hall, and for some reason I stopped and just turned to the right, and there was something standing there.
Oh.
That what there was no indication that there was something standing there. I don't know, but what I said was, Jesus Christ, and dropped the controller. And then I realized, after a second that it's just standing there. It's not a threat. It's literally just standing there. And I looked over at the chat, and someone in the chat had said, Jesus Christ, in all caps. I was like, did you like that involuntary noise I made? And she goes, I made the same noise. I was like, nice. Excuse me. So, yeah.
Rule number 1.
Working on it. But, like, yeah, I found out that for some reason that is my instinctual I'm scared sound. And I don't know why. Because I went to because I forgot that I said that at all. And I went back. I wanted to find the clip and watch it because I recorded all of these so I could refer back to them, So I found the clip and watched it, and I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, I don't remember saying that at all. Huh? That's weird. Anyway. So what else you been playing, Dirk? We got sidetracked.
Aside from that, it's old classics. Like I decided on a whim to go back and play Fable and decide that I am going to go very evil on this playthrough. And see if I can unlock some more achievements, but yeah.
It was Galactic Civilizations 3 is what I saw you playing earlier.
It was Galactic Civilizations 3, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing. That's one of those games, like it's a 4X kind of game, and I put it on a gigantic map, and yeah, you can play for like 10 hours and be like, yep, just got done with one game playthrough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I played that. I think I racked up like 7 hours or something over the past 3 days playing it and everything and all that. But yeah, I do have Middle Earth: Shadows of Mordor, and I had thought about playing it when you were talking about, like, oh yeah, I played that a while ago. That was a lot of fun. I might want to play that again. So I've just got a bunch of games downloaded on the computer that I just kind of decide, what am I feeling today? What do I feel like playing today?
Oh yeah.
And so I still have Baldur's Gate 3, although when I hit when you release, I'm like, I think I'm at the end of the second act. And when you go in and you're trying to clear out the guy who can't be killed, when you're doing the assault to kill him,
oh yeah,
I can't do it. I can't kill all the stuff because I'm really good at, like, they've got me bottlenecked, and I just can't get in and kill all the things before they kill all the guys that are coming in to help me. I just can't clear everybody out. And so I've kind of just been like if I could kill people in one area and they're like, okay, I'm going to go back to camp and swap out people and everything, but you can't because you're in combat the whole time.
Once you clear out that first floor of Moonrise Towers, I think it gives you a chance where you could go back. I think. But you've got to clear out the entire first floor, which is a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's been my problem is I just can't get in and kill everybody to clear out that without I'm just dry in terms of spell slots and health and everything else. And so I've just not been able to do it. I'm literally running up the steps to get to the next area before everyone can catch me. Because yeah, I let the people is like, you know what, this playthrough, this one, I'm gonna try and see if I can get up the steps and see if I can get up there before everyone dies, and everyone in the assault group dies, and then they're they turn, they're going, all right, we're gonna get you guys, and my people are going, run, 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 and so yeah, I don't know, I need to readjust my specs and how I've built I don't know. Like I don't know if I need to think about more AOE damage or yeah, AOE damage. I don't know what I need to do, but
I seem to remember throwing down a. Oh God, Mike, what's that warlock spell that is a big AOE that slows everybody down and does damage over time?
Avar's tentacles.
No. What is it? It's a hunger of some sort. Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger Hadar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. That creates difficult terrain too.
Yeah, I seem to remember using that like dead center on, because when you first walk in, they're all standing there in like formation. I seem to remember throwing a Hunger of Hadar on like as many of them as I could get, just to whittle them down. And I think I was throwing grenades and using fire arrow. Like I remember getting to that point, because at that point I was like, I'm gonna go through the rest of this without going back to camp and doing a long rest, and I used all of my spell slots and everything like there, and then there's more after that, and then there's more after that, and I'm like, what do I do? Like,
well, and like I said, that's where I haven't played since being stuck at that spot, and I just can't figure out how to get out of like being stuck there. So I mean, I cleared out the basement.
oh, that's
so
good.
like I can just go up and I can come out from behind them, but they'll have killed everybody. And I've tried to go in and clear the room, but I can't get the guys up in the ceiling. Like they just keep like killing everybody while I'm trying to like. These guys are coming after me, and the guys in the ceiling are just like sniping me left and right. So my thought is the next time, like I've been wanting to maybe do a new playthrough, and then kind of like what I was doing at the Goblin camp is, oh, these guys are asleep and nobody's looking. Would be a shame if you guys never woke up. And just see if there's something I can do while I'm there ahead of time, and be like, oh, it'd be terrible if you accidentally fell from the rafters.
I think I had like a. I think I had a warlock, my warlock in the part. I did have Will in the party, and I just used Eldritch Blast to knock them off because I had Repelling Blast.
See, the problem I ran into was whenever I'd go with the big assault group, I'd go in, they, I don't know if I was just getting bad roll, but I mean, I reloaded and I retried it like 5 or 6 times, and by the time I couldn't get my wizards up to use their spells to knock them off the rafters before I got blinded, before they started throwing all the spells that just sort of kept making it difficult for me to do anything. And so I by the time I was gonna try and go after the guys up top, my guys are either dead or they're silenced or they're blind, and so any spell I try is gonna fail. So that was the big problem I kept running into, was that, and because the commander hits like a truck, I'm trying to take care of that one while the other guys are working. It's just such a massive mess that I've kind of walked myself into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I might have to restart this.
Just load a previous save and rethink your prepared spells and whatnot.
Yeah.
I had to do that several times in various places.
Well, that's actually what kept me going in the game. Was I would do some. I got into the whole, anytime after every encounter, it was save, new save, every encounter, so that way you could go, okay, which encounter did I do terrible? Or at least I saved after that one, so whenever this happened, I just go back to the previous encounter. I was like, well, at least those guys were done. I don't have to worry about them. So, but yeah, I've got it on the computer, and I keep being like, well, I'll get to it another time. I'll get to it another time. I haven't been. When was the last time I played Baldur's Gate 3? It was May
Nice.
1st. That was the last time I played it. So
Yeah, I'm on my second playthrough on whatever the next difficulty up from normal is. Tactician, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm a halfling lorebard. I'm still in Act 1, bouncing around doing stuff, because I'm not in any hurry. It's like, I've played it once, I know the story. I'm just gonna take my time on this one. I think the last time I played, was June 15th, which was that the day before the Next Fest started, something like that. So yeah.
And I was playing XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I was doing good, knocking out achievements and all that with it. And then had one of those, I want to play something else. Yeah. And I just haven't gone back to play it.
It happens.
Yeah. I ran into a big roadblock with it, building the Firestorm. I kept having not enough stuff in order to do the research on it.
Oh yeah.
So I had probably about that darn UFO you have to build the Firestorm to take down. I went probably a good 4 months where that thing was just out, and they're like, you get a reduced score because 3 UFOs got away. Took down every other UFO, beat every other mission. 4 months that darn UFO kept getting away, until I could build up enough stuff to actually do the research, and I kept forgetting about it. So it kept getting away from me. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should save up alien stuff in order to do the research on it. I kept being like, well, I need a new this. I mean, oh man, I would really love to have some of this, and so
oh yeah, let me go do that Firestorm research. Not enough resources. Wait a minute. Oh right.
Yeah, okay. Next one, make sure I don't do anything. Oh man, I really need to do more satellites. Let me go ahead and invest, build this thing. You don't have enough money to do this. Oh man, so yeah, I kept having those moments. So yeah, I finally took that down and whatnot, and now like the big alien mothership is hanging over me. So, but like I said, I've been having fun doing it, playing the game and whatnot. So it's just not been on my radar for the past 2 weeks because other stuff has come up. I mean, like, I want to play that. I want to play that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like I said, I've been playing Halo with Leighton, and that's been a lot of fun. we realized. So whenever I played Halo with my brother, we had this combat strategy. I was the one in the back with the sniper rifle or something that could like pinpoint something from far away. And so I was the sniper in the back, and my brother was the person who had
The
the
bait.
assault rifle and was running up on people. And I'm the cleanup. He's the one who's constantly being put full of holes, and then respawning back where I am, and then running back into the fight. So that was the whole point, was that okay, go in, kill like 5 guys. Okay, he dies. All right, he respawns. Go back in, kill 5 more guys. He dies. All right, he respawns, and I'm the one back there like, all right, there, you stirred up the hornet's nest. All right, I'm gonna keep them out of our area. And we realized that Leighton doesn't. His strategy is to run up and throw grenades. So I can't stay back because he's running up and doing everything. Uh, my strategy has started to be, whenever I'm playing by myself, is, well, I have to be the one who runs up and guns stuff, and peeks around corners and shoots and peeks back around, and like actual combat style. And here's Leighton going Leroy Jenkins around the corner lobbing grenades, and then to have a grenade get lobbed my way. He's killed me at least a couple of times purely by grenades.
Like because he threw them too close to you, or because he stuck a grunt that then ran up to you?
Like I'm running in, and he's you know I'm running in, and he forgot to say grenade, and so a grenade lands right next to me, and I'm busy doing my thing. He's like, "Dad, sorry." Boom. So we've had this unspoken rule today and the last part of yesterday when we were playing, which was, when you throw a grenade, please say grenade. So I can. It's like, grenades always should go forward. They should never go backwards. Because he was running in and he's just lobbing grenades in any direction. And so here I come, and he's lobbed one backwards to take care of the guy who he ran right by. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to take care of this guy. And then this grenade goes off right beside of me. So we've had the unspoken rule of, anytime you throw a grenade, and I've had to follow the rule too, because we're both the strategy of, run and gun on the way through. So we've both had to adapt to that reality. But like I say, he's gotten a lot further, and he didn't know anything about the flood.
Oh, I bet that was
So
hilarious.
today was a lot of fun. I'm like, oh, today this is the fun level, and Leighton's going, what do you mean by the fun level? And then it's like, he's going around like, yeah, it's weird. It's kind of creepy. And I'm like, oh, just wait. And he's going, what do you mean? Like, just wait, just keep following me. And we got there, and then he bumps into, and he's like, yeah, okay, I got it. I understand now. Why you were saying this is the fun level. So now we're both trying to aimlessly figure out, okay, the light bridge that keeps blinking on and off, we can't go across that one, so there's a way to get around to it. We just got to go through all the doorways to figure our way back around so we can get to the side in order to get out. But yeah, like I say, it's been fun.
I really need
And I
to
told
play
them the
those
whole thing
games.
is like, make sure you carry this gun, and make sure you fire in bursts, because if you just hold the trigger down, you will be out of ammo, and you will have done nothing.
I really need to play those games at some point.
So, but like I said, it's been fun playing with Leighton on that one, just to see like his first time experience with it, um, and see what his strategy is of playing the game, which, like I said, has been very entertaining to watch. It also has been very frustrating when I keep dying left and right.
So, have you heard that Wait a minute. That's the sound come from him that's sorry. And you're like, what? Like,
Yes. That the similar sound has come. I can't produce the exact sound he does, but you just go, "I'm about to die, aren't I?" Sorry, Dad. Boom.
oh, that's good. What do you mean, sorry? Oh.
Although I will say that he and I have really figured out how to take down the hunters. The hunters don't stand a chance against us. Because what happens is one of us grabs their attention, and then the other one follows behind and just keeps shooting at the hunters as the other one runs around with, like, drawing their attention. So we've two-manned this one pretty easily. I was like, I grab their attention, and then one of us is like whacking them and shooting them from behind until he turns around, and then it's the other one's turn to do it. They don't stand a chance against us. And Leighton also enjoyed when it was like, he's been trying to get the bazooka. So we ended up getting bazookas, and we found the hunters. And I was like, Leighton, just stay still for a second. And I walked in, saw the hunter, and hit him with the rocket launcher. And Leighton goes, I need to get my rocket launcher. I need to go find one so that way I can do that too. So he's been rocket launcher crazed as of late.
I freaking hated the hunters in
the hunter was always like the most annoying one, especially in single player.
Oh, well, I've never played that. I mean, in Halo Wars, I hated the hunters because hunters are anti-vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the rock paper
makes
scissors.
Sense. Yep.
And
they're the.
I hated them so much because I've got like 3 freaking Scorpion tanks, and I'm like, there, shoot it, and then one of my tanks explodes, and I'm like, there was only one hunter. Oh, that's how the rock paper scissors thing works. Okay. They've got that like constant. Do they have the beam in the first person games?
So yeah, later on they become the concentrated beam that just in the first one they shoot like it's like an artillery plasma shot where they fire a single shot and it just does area damage, but like a lot of area damage.
Oh.
Like if it hits you, if it doesn't kill you, it knocks your shields all the way down and deals you some like actual damage.
Buh.
So yeah, it's they're annoying.
Yeah. Mike, shut up.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Dirk and I turned into gamer bros all of a sudden, except, without the misogyny.
Inclusive.
Yeah, I hate it that there's a woman in this game or something. I don't know. I don't understand those people. Capital G gamers, go to hell. So, Mike, what you been up to? You been doing anything remotely interesting?
Let's see. We mentioned staying indoors for the 4th of July. We definitely did that. It was just going to be way too hot out, whether we did something around here or went and visited other people. We ended up staying in and watching program on PBS. It was a live broadcast of a 4th of July celebration in Williamsburg, Virginia. That was pretty neat.
What did they do in Williamsburg?
Oh, there was some like live music and stuff about like some historical presentations and whatever.
Oh my god, you two are such nerds.
Yeah, I know. Nerd stuff.
Well, you said earlier you had a day today. Was there anything? Was it just work nonsense, or
Oh,
was there anything
yeah, it
interesting?
was. I mean, so part of it was like good fortune the way it turned out, because we needed someone to come and uh, fix something on our refrigerator. The water dispenser had been having trouble, and it just stopped working completely, and the ice maker was making horrible noises. It turned out the filter head needed replacing, but they were originally scheduled to come this afternoon, and I decided to work from home, so I'd be around to meet them and answer any questions and whatever. And I got a call early in the day. It's like, hey, there was a cancellation. I can be over there in like 15-20 minutes. I'm like, okay, sure. And just by chance, some people at work who had set up some calls in the morning, suddenly like multiple of them got like moved to tomorrow or moved to later this afternoon or whatever. So the morning when it cleared up, I'm like, great. So he came by, took a look at the fridge, figured out what the problem was, said, yeah, I think I can go get some parts while I'm out doing some other appointments and can come back later today. I'm like, okay, great. And he was able to come back and do that even sooner than he expected, like right before I was gonna fix lunch. So that got all fixed up. But then like after I finished eating my lunch, it's like I was on the phone for work like the entire rest of the day, and just a bunch of stuff coming to a head that for like 3 different proposals that are due tomorrow, and just not being able to finish working on them until the second half of the day today because we're just waiting on other stuff to come in. So yeah, it was just kind of annoying, but it's good that it just happened to work out with getting the fridge fixed. So I got that going for me.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was still trying to finish up working on something at like 6:30 before I finally came downstairs and figured out dinner plans with Ashley, because she had also had a really busy day of running errands. So that's when I'm like, let's just get some pizza.
I don't know why, but so I got that going for me. It just struck me as really funny.
I don't remember whose bit that was for some reason.
I don't know. Oh yeah, on a note that nobody but you and me cares about. Did you see that our old buddy Jordan Fisher did an hour special?
No, I didn't know that. The Facebook algorithm feeds me clips here and there, but I didn't know he actually did a special.
Yeah, it's on. Well, it's called Bits and Pieces, I think. Mm-hmm. It's on. I don't remember the name of the channel. It's like 800-pound gorilla or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They do a bunch of stand-up stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I watched it a few nights ago. It's pretty funny.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, here we go. Bits and Pieces, 800-pound gorilla media, and Jordan Fisher. Oh, okay. It's also on his YouTube channel, it looks like.
Neat.
So yeah, if you want to see how he's doing, then everybody, if you want to see a dude that I used to do stand-up with way back in the day who's actually, moving up, then just check him out. Is Jordan Fisher, spelled Jourdain. Jordan Fisher. It was pretty funny.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I kept getting like reels and on Facebook and shorts on YouTube, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna watch the whole thing. No, leave me
Uh-huh.
alone. No.
Yeah.
So finally, I watched it out of self-defense because I was like, I don't want to catch parts of bits. I want to see the whole thing.
I should tell Ashley about that because I think the one time that we went on a date to Comedy Zone, he was emceeing. So yeah, I should tell her about that. She'd be interested.
Wow, was that a long time ago?
It was early on when we were dating.
I was gonna say because his ass has been in New York for a hot minute now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. All right then. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I happened to.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks.
Happen to remember.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on the Tonight Show twice.
Huh.
For any of you out there who are like, okay, Chewie, we don't care about but he's not just some guy. I know he's an actual comedian. He said he's been on the Tonight Show twice. Granted, it's Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show, so it's not like it counts, but still. I mean, it still counts for comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Just Jimmy Fallon himself doesn't count. Nope.
Didn't not Anthony Crawford, other Anthony, I can't remember his name right now, also get a couple of late night spots years ago? I don't remember.
Oh, Bean?
Yes.
Is that his name?
I think that's right.
I don't know. I don't follow him anywhere. Crawford's ass needs to get him an agent or something.
I know. He became a local fixture, but is just kind of not been able to break out any further than that.
Yeah, he is like, oh, I can't say that on the show. He's easily like the funniest dude that no one's ever heard of. And I think that he was using that as a tagline for a while.
Yeah. Little did he know.
But like, it's serious. Like, if he could stay sober while he's on stage and
a big if,
and actually like get some exposure, I think he would break out pretty hard. Because he really is just the funniest dude. Every once in a while, the flashlight flashing story pops into my head.
Oh, I think I remember some of what you're talking about.
Just because of where the flashlight was located at the time. And the Renaissance Fair bit. Like, there's so many.
Oh, I love the Renaissance Fair. I remember that. I still remember that.
Yeah. Like, I think you shouted it out on his, like, hey, I'm moving to Denver. This is my last open mic. What y'all want to hear? I think you requested that one, and he did it.
Yeah, I remember that now.
So any of you that are around Denver, you should look up Anthony Crawford, because he is a local fixture at one of the comedy clubs, a couple of the comedy clubs there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look him up and go see him. I would say tell him Chewie sent you, but he'd be like, who? But
Oh.
I don't know. He might remember us.
Yeah. He also did a really long-running interview series with other local comics, but I think that ended several years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
It was called Talkin' Shop, if I remember correctly.
I think so. It sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. He's easily my favorite like local comic, and back when he was a local comic here, it was Crawford, and then Jordan, and then like everybody else.
Oh, I saw Ben Jones at the Weird Al concert.
Of course you did. He's apparently had some like TikToks break out and gone viral lately.
Oh, cool.
I think he was dashing for a while because I kept seeing him at places picking up food, and I'd be like, "Hey, buddy," and then I'm like, "Man, he eats out a lot," and I realized I don't think he's eating out a lot.
I think he sort of works here.
Yeah, I think he's doing what I'm doing and trying to make some extra money. Although that was a couple years ago now, so. But yeah, and then at the bottom was Grady.
Gosh.
Never forget the open mic where, like, there'd been like 3 black comics in a row before him, maybe more, and he and all doing like heavily like racial material, and he gets up. Grady is the whitest dude that has ever whited, and he got up, took the mic, and just said the N-word like a dozen times. Like, and with a lilting, like, okay, hang on, give me a 2-syllable word I could say instead. Batman. He'd be like, Batman, 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 Batman. And like when everybody just went silent and was just looking at him, he was like, all right, now that we got that out of the way. And then I had to go up after him. I remember the first thing out of my mouth was, y'all, I don't know him. When you're looking for him in the parking lot afterwards, he's not with me. And then Chris Wiles got up and was like, so it's that kind of show, huh? And then he started saying it, but with the hard R. And everybody was like, whoa!
God, that's right.
And he's like, what? He said it. I'm like, no, you're putting the hard R on it. And he's like, yeah, that's the word. Chris Wiles is another local, like, he was the host of the open mic nights there for a while. And he gives, I can't say that on the show. He gives no craps.
No.
Comedians are bizarre people, y'all.
Yeah.
I did not have the fortitude to stick with it. And I fully admit that. But the ones who do, it's because they've got damage.
Yeah, they have to do it because otherwise they'd have even worse problems.
You're right. Oh, good times. Hey, before I forget. No, not you. Let me remind everyone that you can go to patreon.com/themanapool to become a lifeguard. Patreon is where these Next Fest articles are going to go, although you won't have to pay for those. They'll be free for all. But while you're there, you can become a lifeguard. You can get the odds and ends, which is all the stuff recorded before and after both shows. Or wait, we I don't do Monday Night Magic anymore. All the stuff that's recorded before and after the podcast. Although the old odds and ends for Monday Night Magic are still there. And now that I've remembered that they exist, I'm back to posting those. For another few days until I forget again. I'm gonna try to get a bunch of them listened to and scheduled so they come out, every few days or so. But yeah, you can become a lifeguard, help out, help support what we do here with all of the streaming and the podcasting and whatnot. And let me thank, while I'm thinking about it, our mythic lifeguards in, I don't know, this order: Timu Hellas Haryu, Scuzzo, Michael, Kim Ho, Casey, Jason Kaus, Jason Doan, Jake Jansons, Andrew Odie, ALK Alters, and Al. Yay, thank you all. And to all of you other lifeguards at every tier, and anyone who's like subbed on Twitch, anyone who just listens, you know. Leave us a like and a comment or a rating on a podcast thing. Is that still a thing? I don't even know anymore. We've been doing this so long that it doesn't even matter anymore. But, you know, if it occurs to you that, and you see something like that, you know, click the like or subscribe or rating or whatever. Thank you. Thank you. The algorithm loves it. And we must feed the algorithm. You know, because then it feeds us back. It's not that we actually care about the algorithm.
Yeah, no.
No, we don't. Well, at least not when it puts on stuff that is bait.
Oh my god. I was waiting on an order a day or two ago at a restaurant. It's like a small family run place. And there was a kid sitting at the table behind me with a tablet, like a little, I don't know how old she is, but, you know, a little girl. She's sitting there with a tablet, and I heard the Simpsons voices. And, like, I was sitting there on my phone working on the article, because that's what I was doing when I would have downtime at a restaurant. I'd be like, okay, I gotta finish typing out this description of what Ravage is. And, I heard the Simpsons voices, and I was like, oh, this little girl's watching the Simpsons on her tablet. That's cool. And then I heard the AI voice. She was watching, like, shorts that were describing what was happening in this clip from the Simpsons. And then Bart set a trap. And the first person to come to the trap bent over, and I'm going, is it really just reading off what's happening on the screen? Like, what?
Because a lot of the Simpsons is the innuendos and inside jokes and stuff of that sort. The AI bot really doesn't do a good job of relaying that.
And this poor little kid, you know, doesn't know the difference. So I was like, oh my god. That's why these exist, because they take zero effort to create, and then they can just suck up views and get ad money for no effort from kids that don't know any better, who are just, oh, look, a cartoon. And I'm going,
Yeah.
and that made me sad.
Yep.
Oh, now I've bummed myself out. Quick, what's there to talk about? So while I was listening through the Odds and Ends episode that I posted today, I was playing Dogpile, which I said this before we started recording, but Dogpile, I would like to remind you, is a game about piling up dogs.
Right.
And they launched a major update in June that added, I don't know, 2 or 3 new decks and an entire new set of aminals, or of dogs. Like the dogs all have a numerical ranking starting at ace, 2, 3, 4 up to king, and the object is to get a king on the screen, and then you win. And like, if 2 aces touch each other, they merge into a 2. If 2 twos touch each other, they merge into a 3. And there you go. And the object, again, is to merge dogs up, or pile dogs until you get a king. And each dog has its own particular, like, size and shape.
Right.
And that causes problems. And I had forgotten that there were new dogs, so I opened it up today. I was like, okay, I need something that I was gonna play Baldur's Gate, and then I went, no, I can't do that because I'll stop listening to the odds and ends. Oh, here we go, Dogpile. I'll play some Dogpile. And yeah, I forgot that there was a new set of dogs. So when I drew my hand, and it was, they were the wrong aminals. I was like, what in the hell? Oh, there was an update, right? So now I had to relearn what all the aminals were. I'm pretty sure the 3s on the second set is a cat. Which is confusing to me, but yeah, sort of like Balatro, you know. The gameplay is nothing like Balatro, but sort of like Balatro, the different decks have different like things that happen. Like the one I was playing was they added a new trait for dogs, which is zoomy, which means if they get buried under other dogs, they will pop out and replay themselves from the top.
Mm-hmm.
But the deck I was playing is dogs with zoomy gain stinky when they replay themselves, and stinky is a negative trait. That means that when they merge, you don't get any money or bones. So it took me several attempts because your deck starts with some number of dogs with zoomy, so that means there's some number of merges where you're not making any progress. And I lost 2 with a freaking queen on the board and could not make another queen and then get them to touch. But anyway, it's a really fun little stupid game. I love it to death. I would say it's on sale, but the Steam sale just ended, so. But it's only $10. Why does the Steam sale every year? The Steam summer sale happens when I'm broke. It lasts 2 weeks, and it's always like the worst 2 weeks of the freaking year. From my personal finances, I don't understand how that happens every year. It's really frustrating.
There must be some other natural rhythm of big stuff that comes due for you just from bad luck.
Yeah, I think it's because this is when I'm recovering from taxes and a bunch of other stuff that all happens to hit at the same time.
That makes sense.
It's just frustrating that it's every year. I'm like, big summer sale. I'm like, sweet, I can pick up. No, I can't. Oh. I picked up a few extra cheap ones. I did splurge and get Power Wash Simulator 2.
Oh.
For as many hours as I put into the first one, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll get that one on sale. Everything else was like, you know, here's this game's $4. I'm like, I'll spend $4. This game is 99 cents. I'm like, I'll spend 99 cents. At some point, I'm gonna start playing. I've got just a whole mess of FMV games. For those of you that are like, wait, what? Full motion video games. Sorry, full motion video games. Because they've come a long way from, you know, the Sega CD, Night Trap, and Sewer Shark. And I keep finding, like, bundles of them for, oh, here's like 12 games for $12. I'm like, oh, yeah. One of them has, like, if you've ever watched Letterkenny, it's got Katie from Letterkenny as the main character. And I'm like, whoa. This one that I picked up for the super cheap is actually less of an FMV game and more of a interactive movie. It's called Tender Loving Care, and it's got John Hurt.
Huh.
Yeah. I was like, how have I never wait, what? It's from 98. And I looked at the reviews, and the reviews were like, man, this ain't good. And I'm like, I don't care. It's a buck. Like, are you serious? She got John hurt.
When you play it purely because you know it's bad.
Oh, yeah. It's like watching The Room. Seriously, Mike, we have got to, like, figure out a time with Brian once he can see again. And we've all got to watch The Room. Because I was telling them about it when he had us all over there to watch Hoppers, and Brian was like, this sounds amazing. And I'm like, it is the best, worst thing ever. I saw the documentary about Troll 2 before I ever saw Troll 2.
Oh,
And I was like, this is like a weird fever dream. And then I saw Troll 2 and I went, oh. Now it all makes sense. And Renee and I are still watching the Bad Ben movies. The next one, are you ready for this? Is called Bad Ben, Alien Agenda. And then the one after that is the one Renee's been waiting for because of the name. It's called Bad Ben, The Dracula Situation. Excuse me. And they're so terrible, but there are just enough moments of, like, brilliant stupidity that make watching it worth it. But we have to space them out because you can't watch too many terrible movies like that in a row, or else your brain will fall out.
yeah, I get it.
And then, you know, we'll start saying things like, I'm glad they got all these flock cameras up. Get it? People that say that are stupid. Anyway. Should we stop? We should probably stop.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yup.
All right, then. Well, do we have any final thoughts? Anything that we just need to get off our chest?
No.
No.
Yeah, I threatened Mike earlier with with eye damage, and then I realized I don't know where either of these two dorks live. I only know where one of the dorks lives. Isn't that strange? That struck me as strange.
I had thought you came over here like briefly one time, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I have no idea where you live.
I live too far away for him to come and kill me in the middle of the night.
Well, I mean, in the middle of the night is more likely because I don't have anything going on in the middle of the night. I could make the drive, but although I think gas is going to go back up, so probably not. If I'm going to drive all the way over there, it's not going to be to kill you in the night. It's going to be to, like, you know, hang out. Eat some of your food.
By BJ's or something.
What? Excuse me?
Thought by BJ's. BJ's is kind of like Costco and Sam's. Like it's a bulk store.
All right then. I thought you were offering something else, and I'm like, I don't think we're that close, Dirk. Are we?
No, you know what the best part is too? You know what's right next to BJ's?
Is it Dick's?
It's Dick's.
Yeah. Isn't that? I think that's the case in Winston. Like behind the mall, there's a Dick's Sporting Goods, and then there's a restaurant called BJ's.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh man, stay classy, man. Stay classy.
Yeah, we're We're gonna run by Dick's and then go to BJ's. Excuse. Well, on that note, dear listeners, I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope everyone has vision in the appropriate number of eyes. And I hope everyone's doing okay in these trying times. I don't remember what it is that he offers in these trying times, but I don't have one. Is it an onion?
I don't know. I just see memes where he's offering all kinds of crazy things.
Oh, it's an egg. Yeah, I can offer you an egg in this trying time.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah. I don't have any eggs to offer you, dear listener, but I still hope that everyone's doing all right. And again, happy extended Pride. Sorry about it. It was not intentional that I overlooked saying happy Pride during Pride. It's one of those things where it's so like ubiquitous and known, and I said it, in the Discord and various other thing. It just didn't occur to me that I didn't say it on the show proper. So sorry about that. But again, extended Pride here on the Manapool, it will run until the beginning of September. So, right? Is that what I said? Yeah.
Right.
Normally you should celebrate it year round, but
I mean, yeah, but not with a capital P. Can't have it.
Especially with all those flock cameras.
On that note, all right, so this has been a Dorks Just Chatting for July 9th, 2026. Thank you all so very much for joining us, and I got nothing.